morning guys, welcome back. Thanks to all of you who are still watching my channel. This will be the start of a two-part video series about San Juan. San Juan is the smallest city in Metro Manila. 126,000 people live here, and it's also of historical significance because here the first battle started for the Katipunan that led the Filipino Revolution against the Spanish in 1896. Part 1 of the series, we're going to cover by far the largest barangay in San Juan, Greenhills. 15,000 people live here, and it was established in 1972. Interesting fact, I just got off the MRT Santolan Anapolis, and that's a two-part name. Santolan basically comes from it's a tropical fruit, and it's also known as a cotton fruit. Anapolis, that's an interesting one. I couldn't really figure it out because Anapolis is Greek, so there has to be some connection there. But basically, it comes from it's the capital of Maryland right now, and home to the naval base, to the Naval Academy. And it was briefly in 1783, I guess, the capital of the US. Of course, I'm going to cover the Greenhills Shopping Complex. That's not another next development shopping mall. It's a very special one. There are several reasons why, and I'll show you later. But first we're going for a coffee, and I choose the Coffee Academics. It looked very nice from the outside and from the inside, so let's go! Greenhills Shopping Complex was created in the 1970s by the Ortigas and Company. Ortigas is the last name of the very prominent Filipino entrepreneur and businessman Don Francisco Ortigas. Nowadays, the mall has over 2,000 merchants and is one of the oldest malls in the Philippines. Alrighty, let's go inside. So you can already see what's so special about this mall, and that's the huge tiange inside. I believe it's the biggest tiange inside of a mall in Manila, maybe in the Philippines. So what's very interesting here as well, that most of the merchants, most of the sellers here are from Filipino Muslims. So they are from the Maranao ethnicity in the south of the Philippines, Mindanao. So basically most of them are refugees from the so-called Moro conflict. That's a conflict between the Filipino government and various Muslim groups in the south. It's a very complex conflict with different historical, political and socio-economical reasons. Honestly, this changed a lot here. I think the last time I've been here 4 or 5 years ago, and it changed massively. They used to have way more shoe selection here. Like they have only 1-2 stalls. I see here one. There's still some shoes, but overall it's less selection. You know what it changed here? Like here in front of me, you see this used to be all seller like clothing, but this also changed here. Yeah, they have food here now. They have all selling food now instead of shoes and clothing. So it's a bit smaller than before, than it used to be. Second reason why this mall is so special is the pearl market. It's supposed to be one of the biggest, and at some point 90% of all the South Sea pearls or the South Sea pearl market went through Greenhills. Of course, I suspect as well here, a lot of fake. You need to be very cautious here. Can you explain that? How can I, for me, I have no idea about pearls, all right? So if I want to see the difference between fake and real.
The fake one, you can actually burn it and peel it off. But if it's a real one, even though you put it under the fire, it will not get burned. See the difference? Yeah, this one, you see. Okay.
Yeah, okay.
And then from here you can see that you can peel it off already.
I see. So it's very obvious.
Yeah.
Okay, but when people buy this one, they know it's fake, right?
Of course, we will
it's
tell
cheaper,
the truth.
Yeah? It's also much cheaper.
Yeah, it's cheaper. Like for example, a necklace like this, we can sell 100 to 200 peso. But if it's a necklace, real pearl, no, it's more. It's thousands.
Thousands. Okay, so we can see already.
Like for example, this one. It's it's about 100,000. 120,000, yes. But this one you can sell for 100 peso, 200 peso.
Right.
Yeah. But we also have cheaper. There's two types of real pearls, like we call it freshwater and South Sea.
You know that
No.
Freshwater are
I have
the
no idea. I have no idea about pearls.
fresh. Yeah, freshwater are the freshwater are like we would say like the affordable. It's still real pearl, but it's less expensive than the South Sea pearl because freshwater you can find it in the river and the pond, but the South Sea you have to go deep under the ocean too.
Okay.
That's why that's how you find South Sea pearls.
Okay.
That's the difference between. That's why South Sea pearls are it's more expensive than the freshwater pearls.
All right. Very interesting. I read up. Is this one of the biggest pearl markets here?
Which one?
This one here,
Yeah.
like here in Greenhills. Is it one of the biggest in the Philippines or Manila? It's the biggest,
Actually,
biggest in the Philippines.
Yes.
Okay, so they come all from like Mindanao, yeah. Most of the
Yes, many of them, but most are from overseas.
Overseas as
Yeah.
well. Most.
Yes,
or more.
most.
What's overseas? Do you know which countries?
Like we do get stocks from other countries, like in Japan, in Hong Kong also, in Thailand. We got.
Okay, this used to be different, or
Used to
or
be
it's always
different. The quality
more
is
like from the
different.
Philippines, like more.
The pearls from Philippines are really different from the overseas, than those that we bought from overseas, abroad. Yeah.
The third reason why this is so special, this mall, because there's a church inside, a chapel. So in the Philippines or in Manila, in all the shopping malls, there's always a chapel, like a Catholic church inside to pray. And this one is special because, as you could see already, there's a lot of Filipino Muslims, especially the merchants here on the Tiange. And so the thing is, that's why they opened up. They have the biggest air-conditioned mosque inside a mall. And the reason is obvious because, they have so many Filipino Muslims and they needed some space for prayers. And that's why they opened up in 2005 the mosque, not without controversy. This is the same, right? The red, this is the same. I take this one here. Let me try with the yellow, yeah? Take one. There was very good food from Mindanao. That's the first time I eat food from the south of the Philippines. And to my surprise, it's very, very similar to Indonesian food. It was radang, and I had this in Jakarta. I'm taking the car now to the next stop. I just bought this yesterday with my spare change. I wanted to pass by. I'm not going to go inside because, what's the point? I just wanted to mention this one because we are still like in Greenhills in the barangay, and this was my hospital of choice. It's actually one of the leading hospitals here in Manila, established in 1957. And I think I can attest. I was here several times, and it's excellent. I believe next to St. Luke's, this is the best one. St. Luke's Hospital is in BGC, and this one they have excellent doctors. So from my personal experience, I highly recommend it. This one. This is the final destination, Ronac Art Center. I believe this is some kind of like a mixture of like an art center, workshops, and also like dining a little bit, and retail.
Welcome to Secret Fresh. This is our gallery, but also welcome to Ronac, so that's the name of the building. We've been around since about 2009 or 2010, and basically this is actually like an accidental gallery. So this started off as a small toy shop, actually over there, but even before that we started off in Sargent Esguerra, which was way back in the day. So from our boss, his name is Big Boy Cheng, he's the owner of the building and the gallery. His passion for toys and collecting art kind of just grew, and then he had this building. So now, where we are today is kind of like an evolution from where we came from. Our roots, collecting toys, selling toys. Now, if you go over there, actually, I'll give you a little tour.
Yeah.
There's a staircase, and it led to a secret gallery upstairs.
All right.
So it's kind of how, like, this is me explaining how it was an accidental gallery.
All right.
So we had a lot of friends in the local scene, and then eventually it became international artists, and now we have this full-fledged art gallery.
All right. Can I ask you about your background? Do you want to talk about?
Yeah, no worries. My background is I'm a good family friend of my boss, and when I was in college, I did a little bit of OJT. So it's a little practical work while you're
What's
in
that?
college.
OG.
OJT. It's like on-job training. So we need like a certain amount of hours to complete before we go into the real world. And so when I was at art fair back in 2017, I bumped into my boss, and we hadn't seen each other for a while. So he said, "Why don't you come work for me for a bit?" So I did a couple hours with him, and then when I graduated, he said, "Well, if you want to come work for the gallery, offers on the table." And well, fast forward to today, we're still here. This is a show by Rocco Ruiz. He's a up-and-coming young artist. I believe he's in his mid-20s. This is a local artist of ours, Rocco Ruiz. He just did this show last Sunday, if I believe. Yeah, but I'll show you a little bit like what I talked about earlier. Really started as an accidental gallery. So where we're standing at the moment used to be the original gallery. So way back in the day, this staircase, when you go upstairs, would actually lead to the secret gallery that we used to have when we first started. And now it's actually Sonos Faber, which is a hi-fi system that they sell amongst other European brands that they carry.
All right.
Yeah, so there's that. There's no show there at the moment, but we usually have three big, one small gallery, and then this bigger main gallery over here. We're one of the few galleries in Manila, if not the only one, that does shows every 2 weeks.
Every 2 weeks.
Every 2
you
weeks.
have like a different artist.
Yes.
Okay. So what? Okay, so another question. What kind of art? Like local artists you
So
support, or
we actually cater to all kinds of artists.
all kinds?
We give priority to local artists, especially up-and-coming artists, because we want to give them a platform to showcase their talents, and that's why we do the 2-week gallery, the 2-week shows, because these guys like Rocco or other younger artists need a place to show their work.
Yeah.
So we kind of just balance it out with international shows and local shows, just to make sure that there's a good blend, and so everybody gets their chance to show their work.
Okay. Thank you. Okay. Oh wow, this is nice. Thank you. When did you open approximately?
Approximately 2019.
Okay, and what do you have, like a special coffee like you make here only here?
Yes, sir. We do have house specialty, the Psycho Golden Mocha.
Where do you source your coffee beans?
Our coffee beans are made from Philippines, locally from Batangas.
The store is a very interesting store here. It's called, what's the name?
DBTK, Don't Blame the Kids.
I love this title. So, how many stores do you have?
For now, we have 5 stores. A flagship, North Ed's satellite here, Greenhills, and Pampanga.
Okay, so do you know when did you open?
I guess 2012.
2012, yeah. Okay, that's
First
pretty
store
long.
in
Yeah, first.
in flagship.
Can you, just the last question, then I leave you. Can you describe what's the style here? What do you sell? Like, what's the
The style of DBTK, it's a street style.
streetwear?
Streetwear, yes.
Okay, very interesting. Yeah, thanks for your time. I'm back at the Greenhills Shopping Complex. Hope you like this one. And in the next one, I'm going again to San Juan, but this will be more historical related, more monuments, churches in San Juan. So a bit different than this one. But I still hope you stay tuned, and yeah, I see you. Peace out, people.